got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Detroit Lions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set, get a 20! Hey, I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you!
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now it's Stafford. Hey, right on cue, they set up the screen and complete it. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away.
Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 43-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Alert! Hey, 70! Hey, echo! Got 40 got. Moving ahead.
Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Good D, good D. First down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, 22! Hey, 70!
To throw again. Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Hooked off at the 46. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now Johnson. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it third down.
Go, go, go.
From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught outright, Amendola. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. They snap it to Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. First and 10 at the 19. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the Lions' 19-yard line.
On second down, here's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to force it in there to Amendola, and it's third down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, third and 10. Here's Stafford. Amendola's got it, complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So out now come the Lions. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On second and 9, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And the Lions first down.
Yellow lady! Yellow lady!
On first down, it's Stafford.
Oh,
And
my
that'll be
goodness.
knocked away. It's incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To throw is Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Oh, my God.
The dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
That was crazy, huh?
Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jarrett Davis. And that will force a turnover on downs. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford, throw left side, taken in by Galladay. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd.
The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 35 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having a pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
We got three.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Middle. Hey, bumps up the helmet. Here we go. Hey, foxtrot. Hey, easy.
On second down, Johnson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
3rd and 2, Stafford. Got a man, it's Amendola. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. This will be caught inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, 39 yards. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Prater for the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Oh, wow.
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6, and the Lions are able to grow their lead.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming out to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 22.
59.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here I come. 50-50. Big ass. 59. Watch the whip. Check.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
180. It's just me and you. Stay 50.
Hello.
Bravo.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And this one's incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey. Mike 40.
Yeah?
I got you, boy.
I hear you.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this foot. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 26. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Brings up second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jared Davis, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On the return, here's Agnew. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Lions will take over.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They were looking for Johnson that time. And it's 3rd and short.
20, 22. Check 31, check 31. Zero.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Throwing again. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You got guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Bang, bang. Zero. Bang, bang. Kill, kill, kill. Turn behind.
On 4th down, Stafford. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They begin the drive with Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Stafford, and that will be incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 51's the Mike, 51's the Mike.
Here we go with Johnson. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 22.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Hey, give me radar. Hey, give me radar.
Stafford. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Mike Daniels. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Under 20. 10.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run it with Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Right here, guys. Fight 51.
They go to Johnson again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Big 20.
Now Stafford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick.
We got this. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Stafford now has hit on just 7 of 17 passes, 41%. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads him into the end zone.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
The Lions on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. 4th down now, and defensively, as you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Set. 180. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Sit on. 4 down. Alert. 40's Mike.
Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26.
No. 32. General West. 51's the mic. Watch the run.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. Not a bad idea to start overtime. Feed the hot hand.
And understand that when you're feeding that hot hand, everyone else is pretty much in agreement on it. You know, a team looks at their game and says, all right, who's playing really well? Let them touch the football, and we'll do our job to help him along.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Oh, yeah. And here we go. 21. Here we go again. Check 4. Hey, exit.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Rerun. Slam. Hey, Alpha.
Here's Johnson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. They go with the ground game, pick up the 1st, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. First throw in overtime for Stafford. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Amendola had it and lost it. And now it's 2nd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
Ready? 60. Quit talking about it and bring it.
On 1st down, Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. From the gun, Stafford looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. Prater's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Let's go.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Stafford now to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Third and long, it's Stafford. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Darius Slay with a pick. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Well, we thought this game would be a good one.